What is an executive virtual assistant? I've been asked a lot, or this question has been asked a lot by my followers, by my community members. So we're going to answer that question today on our episode 3 of our first season in this series. Basically, we all know about what a virtual assistant is, but do we really know what an executive virtual assistant is? So if you want to charge higher rates or premium rates, then being an executive virtual assistant might be the best option for you. Now, in our last episode, we broke down the different freelancing niches that you can try out, especially if you are a beginner. Since this series or for this season, we're talking about how to start as an executive or how to start as a freelancer or remote worker. For this episode, we're going to zoom in one of the highest paid niches, which is the executive virtual assistant. And that is my specialty because I started off as an executive virtual assistant. On that note, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Mia. I am currently a training and onboarding manager. I train and onboard and hire executive virtual assistants, but I started off as an executive virtual assistant way back in 2021. Prior to being an EVA or a freelancer, I did not have any experience in freelancing, let alone as a virtual assistant, especially as an EVA. My experience was a business owner. I owned a wedding and events planning business, and then years of experience as a call center employee. By the end of this video, you're going to have an idea or an understanding of what an executive virtual assistant is, the tools and the skills that you need to learn to start becoming an executive virtual assistant, as well as how to get clients. So let's dive in. What is an executive virtual assistant? So an EVA or an executive virtual assistant is someone who assists C-level executives. When we talk about C-level executives, those are your CEOs, COOs, CMOs, CFOs, anything that starts with a C. You also assist business owners or directors or any executive in the leadership level. Unlike your general virtual assistants, executive virtual assistants manage high-level business operations for their clients. EVAs often work in industries like tech startups, consulting. They can also do real estate, a lot of different businesses, anything that has to do mainly with operations. You will find an executive virtual assistant. Aside from handling operations, they also assist their executives in personal tasks. So they manage both their clients' personal and professional lives. What also differentiates an executive virtual assistant from other VAs is their power of delegation. So executive virtual assistants would learn how to delegate tasks on their own, unlike other virtual assistants wherein they just have a list of tasks that they're going to do for their clients. With EVAs, you look at what your clients' goals are, and then you try to decide all of the things that you can delegate for yourself so that you can help your clients reach those goals, whether it be personal or professional. Knowing that, let's dive into what your responsibilities are or the skills that you need to learn if you are interested in becoming an executive virtual assistant just like me. First skill that you're going to learn is your non-negotiable skill. This is the foundation of what an executive virtual assistant is, and that is inbox and calendar management. What are the goals of inbox and calendar management? Let's start off with inbox management. Your goal for inbox management as an EVA is to reach what we call inbox zero. What is inbox zero? Inbox zero means that your client will only see the messages that needs their attention. Everything else you've already handled, move in different folders or labels, and you've already also created filters that automates your client's inbox so that you can reach inbox zero on a daily basis. As an EVA, how do you reach inbox zero? This is where inbox sweep comes in. So you conduct inbox sweep multiple times a day. You conduct inbox sweep first thing in the morning, midday, and before you end your shift. So that whenever your client checks their inbox, Everything is already in order and they can only see what needs their attention. What are the tools that you need to learn for inbox management? You have your Google Calendar. Within your Google Calendar, you should learn the features such as creating labels and filters, and also changing the view of your inbox, the inbox view. So you have to make sure that you learn those things. Same goes for if you're using Microsoft Office, you should learn how to create filters and folders. For calendar management, what you need to learn, or the goal of calendar management, is to optimize your client's calendar. How will you optimize your client's calendar? You should learn how to create meetings. You should learn how to use the different features of Google Calendar, like appointment scheduling, creating Chrome extensions like Zoom Scheduler, and all of those things. You have to learn how to invite guests. You should also learn how to color code accordingly. You should also learn how to make sure that your clients' day to day are optimized, meaning they will only have X number of meetings during this day. They will have breaks during set on another days. So you'll have to make sure that you first learn what your client's goals are, long term, short term, and then based on that goal, you're going to fix their calendar. Next skill that you should learn if you want to be a successful executive virtual assistant is travel management. When we talk about travel management, this is where you search for flights, hotels, restaurants, create itinerary, search for activities, and then once you've done those searching, you're going to make sure that you recommend the flights and the hotels that you've searched to your client. And then once you recommend and your client chooses whatever it is that you recommended, you are going to start booking those flights, those hotels, those restaurants. So what you need to learn, or the websites that you need to learn how to use, are Skyscanner, TripAdvisor, Viator, and then use Google Calendar to schedule whatever it is that you already booked. And then you're also going to need to use how to, or you're going to learn how to use Google Sheets or Notion or ClickUp so that you can send recommendations to your client. And then you're also going to use those tools such as Notion, ClickUp, or Google Sheets to create your client's final itinerary. It's very, very exciting, or I really enjoy travel management for my client. Oh, and you should also learn how to use Google Maps and the different features of Google Maps. If you'd like to learn how to use all of these features, how to use Google Calendar, Google Maps, how to use Skyscanner for travel management, you can actually enroll in my online course. It's the Executive Virtual Assistant Basics online course. Everything will be in the description down below. So enroll now so that you can learn how to be an executive virtual assistant. It has 16 modules, 16 hours worth of video tutorials, as well as downloadable templates that you can use for your client. Next skill that you should learn is project management. So with project management, it's just like event management, or you should learn how to bring a project from start to finish. You should learn how to use tools such as ClickUp or Notion as your project management tools. Project management is a little bit complicated, but for you to really be an exceptional executive virtual assistant, you need to learn how to do project management. I'm going to create a project management tutorial soon, probably in the next season, when we talk about, or we dive deeper into executive virtual assistant skills. If you would like to be alerted, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button so that you will be alerted once new videos are up every Thursday. And another skill that you should learn if you want to be a really amazing executive virtual assistant is how to create SOPs, or process documentation. SOPs are standard operating procedures. So you can create different SOPs from a simple system or process that you do for your client and into bigger projects. Like, for example, if your client's company doesn't have SOPs, and this is something that you do on a regular basis, you are going to create an SOP for that process so that everybody who you need to onboard on that specific process, they have that SOP as a guide. It's very easy to find some SOP templates on different project management platforms such as ClickUp and Notion. But if you'd like to learn how to create an SOP, then all you have to do is check out my online course on Executive Virtual Assistant Basics, because we are going to upload SOP creation skill on our module as an additional module soon. So already enroll while the rate is still the same, and I haven't increased it yet because we're going to increase it soon since we are uploading more modules. There are still a lot of different skills that an executive virtual assistant brings to the table, but those are the most important skills that you should learn, which is your inbox, calendar, travel management, as well as SOP creation and project management. So those are your most important skills. If you want to learn more, I already mentioned my online course. A link will be in the description down below. But if you want free tutorials, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, hit the notification button so that you'll always be notified when I have new videos every Thursday. And on that note, our next episode on Thursday is how to find your right niche as a freelancer or as a virtual assistant. Now that you already have an idea of what an executive virtual assistant is, comment down below if you want to become an executive virtual assistant so that I can see who would also like to be like me. Now, maybe one of your questions are, can I be an executive virtual assistant even if I don't have experience in being an EVA? Yes, definitely you can. You're going to have transferable skills from your previous work experience that you can transfer to becoming an executive virtual assistant. Now, as promised, how can you look for clients, or where will you find clients as an executive virtual assistant? You can find direct clients from websites like Yelp.com or from Google Maps. All you have to do is look for different businesses that you are interested in. For example, my experience is in wedding and events. So for me to be able to bring my expertise to as an executive virtual assistant, I'm going to look for clients within the industry that I have experience on. So since I have experience as a wedding and events planner, I'm going to look for wedding planners, florists, photographers, and then I am going to pitch my services to them. Since I already have experience in that, I can easily assist them as an EVA. If you don't know what industry you would like to tap on, you can also look for clients or direct clients through Online Jobs PH or Upwork, as well as on LinkedIn. But what you need is to make sure that you optimize your profile and your resume. How will you optimize them? I do have a tutorial on that. I will provide the link in the description down below. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you learned a lot from our video today, and I will see you guys on our next episode next Thursday. Bye.